Hello you, I'm Kay, and it has been a month since my last book review because I have been in a massive reading slump. I don't know how I got myself into it, but I'm super stoked that it is finally over and done with because I finished this elegantly designed book called The Vintage Guide to Love and Romance by Kirsty Greenwood. So I figured I'd do a quick review about it. And you guys know I love to start my reviews out with a 10-second summary, especially with a 400-page book. And if I do one about this, then it's probably something like... Jessica is a modern girl who loves to party. She's also a great writer, but her life is in a total mess until she starts doing 50 tips on how to be a good woman in order to land a publishing deal. I forgot to check the timer when I started, but my gut feeling is telling me that I got it in 10 seconds. So I'm just gonna continue and tell you what are the 3 things I really loved about this book. The first thing I love about it is the dual perceptions. I mean, not only does it cover the issue of what a good woman is from the modern perspective and the 1950s perspective, but it also tackles a lot of different human behaviors from different perspectives. For example, I might think that you are an asshole, but I do not know your whole story. You may only seem like an asshole to me and be a perfectly good person underneath. Or my behavior may seem like something a good woman would not do. And if I were put in your shoes, I would realize it as well. So I loved how you got to see the same issues from different perspectives. It really taught me to always take a step back and take a look at the situation itself. The second thing I really loved about it is that the author writes like a spring breeze. It's so light and full of promise. So I really enjoyed reading her writing. And the last thing, since you guys know I always like to bring out 3 things I love about things, the last thing I really enjoyed about this book is actually that fact that the personalities of the characters just were oozing off the pages. I mean, I feel like I've known these characters forever, and probably at some point I have known these characters because they're very typical characters, and I'm guessing most of us have had them in our lives at one point or another. So yeah, those are the 3 things I really loved about this book. The thing I did not like in this book, I now remember, is the reason why I got into a reading slump, because the storyline of this book is very, very obvious, and I realized that I was reaching a point that I was not going to enjoy that much, so I put it down for a week and it stayed there. So yeah, that is the one thing I really did not like in this book, and that's why I'm giving it actually a 3.5 stars out of 5 stars. I know half is not that kind of a number, but in Goodreads I did give it a 4 stars. It's more of a 3.5 star book though. And I realized, you guys know I love quotes, so I always fold down pages, but I did not fold down a single page, so there really weren't quotes that I was super in love with. But I know there's one sentence here that I really enjoyed, so let me find it. Yeah. The most important step a good woman can take in seeking enduring love is to first love and accept herself with kindness, respect, and honesty. Now, yeah, food for thought, definitely. And that's what I'm gonna leave you guys with. I am gonna finish this review here. I hope you liked it. If you did, then definitely let me know. And I will see you again next week, like always. Okay? Bye! People, it is time to wrap up this video. So the last things I'm gonna say about this book is, first of all, my favorite quote. The world is not a wish-granting factory. Absolutely love that quote.